Hello, hi, how are you today? In today's video, I want to talk to you about the full moon. It is going to be a full moon in a couple days. So, what is this full moon bringing? First of all, it is, as always, in the sign of Leo. Leo is a fire sign. And what that signifies is you're going to even burn off the ashes. You won't be able to create a spark with anything that has gone out, has smoldered down to the bare little tidbits. And I am talking about relationships. Okay. So even if that ex calls you, ignore it because you're never going to rekindle something. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Nope. It will not happen. Why? Because you're here for something much better. This is also a time for seeds. Okay. So we're in the first part here of the beginning of spring. Officially, it's still winter. But seeds, what have you seeded? What are you going to seed? The next 2 weeks are really going to be very revealing for you because what those seeds have to do with are going to have to do with some area of your life, particularly health. There's going to be something that is important for you to focus on with your health, and it will come up suddenly, and you have to address it. No more sweeping it under the rug. No more avoiding, ignoring, escaping. If at least one person gets this, I'm happy. Okay. It happened to me. A very quick, sudden thing. Now, as a reminder, quick, sudden things are ascension. Long, prolonged, uncomfortable stuff is detox. They go hand in hand. Pay attention. The other thing is, thanks to the much larger energies of last year, we had a closure. You may have felt it on Thursday a couple days ago, or Tuesday, or even prior to that. The higher your vibration is, the sooner you're going to feel it in front of other people, sort of like a leader. You could be leading the people in your family. You could be leading your children. You could be some form of let's say a yoga teacher, and you're feeling things ahead of time. That is entirely appropriate for you, and you should. And you should appropriately learn how to ride these waves. So the energy has brought some closure and done some heavy lifting, but it means so that you can do it at the personal level. Did you have some things glitch out a couple of days ago? Probably, because this is what happens when some of that old dead energy kind of gets clipped off. It's like an unplugging. Okay, you don't have to be afraid of it. There is truly a benevolent force of love that is much higher than our human selves that is trying to help and unplug so that you can do what you need to do for your personal life and customize it. Sometimes it is fully immersive where you're actually getting something and you are about to do something and you just feel blocked at the starting gate. Learn to pause with those things and don't get angry. Too many people get angry. Too many people, just don't know how to handle riding the energies. But it's important to learn how to do so. You can do it. You can do it. Only you can do it. Okay? You're here to be able to bring in the fuel that is the love that humanity needs. Doesn't help if you're angry, and it doesn't help if you get frustrated. Learn, be, do. That's what is incumbent on you. The next thing I want to talk about with this full moon energy is this. You can't go backwards. You're at another point of no return, and that should be good news to some people because it means that they're going to finally start accomplishing some of the things they set out to do. Now, that dream may have been 5 years in the making. That dream for a lot of people is already going to be 10 years in the making. And April will be highly significant. It's going to be a very, not just a revealing time. Many of the things you want are starting to come to fruit in April, even though it's not fruit season in the Northern Hemisphere. That comes a couple months later, but it starts showing up, right? It shows up like the blossoms do. I love using nature references. Nature and animals, they are my best friends. Sometimes they're so much friendlier than people. but I still like people, and I'm here to help, and I'm here to guide, and I'm here to help you make sense of some of this stuff and tell you you're not crazy. The next thing I want to let you know, though, is this is a time to really focus on the small things. If there are details that you've had to put on the side burner and say, I'll get to that in a week, or I need to prioritize right now, there's only so many hours in the day. This is a time to start attending to some of that stuff. Fit it in. Cut part of your social life, cut part of the things that you think maybe necessary or keeping you sane. You may find that you will be better served by attending to the things that you've needed to attend to. I'm going to check off some boxes here for you. Is your passport current? Do you have a passport? There are going to be opportunities that come up for people where they will need a valid passport. Have you gotten a jump on decluttering? Okay, get a jump on it. There are many things that actually pertain to living with the person you're supposed to live with and that you want to live with. And it's going to mean getting your life situated. Now, that doesn't mean overwhelming yourself. Really see what is it that is priority right now. What is a priority for you? Some of the other things are legal matters. That could include selling property, finalizing divorce, accepting that maybe you have to pay child support or receive child support. And maybe you've been afraid of conflict, right? But there is a very benevolent, gentle nudge to this energy to get her done. Please get your stuff done. These are earthly things, and a lot of people still hide their head in the sand like an ostrich. Don't be an ostrich. Be proactive. Be like a little doer, like the squirrels who, run around, but then they go, build up their nests or their burrows or whatever. Sometimes even the animals are wiser than us. They have more common sense. We tend to get caught up in our emotions, and we tend to get very scattery because we are complex beings. We're navigating a couple of levels, and sometimes you have responsibilities. That means you're already doing this for other people too. Do you have children to take care of? Do you have a lazy spouse? Do you have a situation? Do you have elders that you're caring for? And it's really hard to get that self-care in. It's really hard to not only, get some kind of, Saturday self-care if you're catching up on all the things on a Saturday. This kind of self-care means prioritize the tasks that are so unwelcome, bite it off, attack it, get her done, because you don't want to dilly-dally on it. You really don't want to dilly-dally on it. These may seem like small, it might seem like small things that you're able to set aside. If you set it aside for a while, pop it out again, see it, look at it. I mean, look at the expiration dates, look at your deadlines, find out. Another thing, if you have children and they are of college age, and maybe you really haven't looked at it, and that's something that you think, well, we don't know if we can afford college. Don't even go there. Talk to the people who are in the know. Go to the career guidance counselor, go to the internet, find out who's got it, see what your options are, and then make an educated decision. Do not squander the opportunities on behalf of your children. Do not squander your own opportunity in this energy. Now, this is part of how sometimes your higher self gets involved and helps. Today, I actually had 3 referrals from my primary doctor to go get some things checked, which I make it my business to check and make sure I have that baseline of health. I highly recommend that you have a baseline of health, at least know what it is, because your light body helps you improve on that. Why do you have a baseline of health? Because of your ancestors, because of your biology, and sometimes that also includes your lifestyle, your addictions, your bad habits. We all have had them. But you build on that and you improve. But this is beyond self-improvement. This is integrating your light body so that you have upgrades. You really have upgrades and you're brand new. So anyways, I got a call today and there was a lady saying to me, hey, I'm here to help you set up some appointments. This was like a blessing in disguise. And I didn't get offended, but I know some people who would get offended and they'd be like, well, why are you nosing into my business? I'll do it when I'm darn good and ready. No, do not have an attitude when the universe is trying to send the help to you. You receive it graciously and you move along with your stuff. Okay. If you're driving and you see a sign, okay, you're not looking for numbers on license plates. You're looking for things to be pointed out to you easily that can help you. Okay. This is another thing with this moon energy. Some things will no longer be as significant. Okay, so what I'm going to say to you right now is this moon energy is highly significant because it's helping you with small things and small details in your life that help you have a big life. That being said, what you need to know about this is use your powers wisely. Up until now, whatever powers of discernment and attraction and, the law of attraction powers you have, manifestation, use them wisely, okay? Because you will find that some of the things that got you by before, like, ooh, there's an 1111, really won't serve you well. You won't be served well with some of those things because they will become very passe for you. They won't do for you nor make you feel the way that they once did for you. Narcissist. Say bye-bye to the narcissist, okay? Because if by now you don't understand, it's going to be glaringly obvious or they will just fall away. And some people miss that because you know what they're going to miss? They're going to miss the prospect of conflict, the bloodlust factor, even if there's no blood drawn. This is crazy stuff, right? But it has to go away so that some people can really ascend and integrate. If you are serious about this, please pay attention because I've been doing this for a very long time. I know what it takes. There are 5 foundations. But when you have help from the universe and there is a very conducive energy, like, woo, ride the wave. And if you don't know how, it's time that we talk. It's time that you join the webinar, join the classes. I have had people get further in a year by joining one webinar a month than just having, like a one-off session, even if it's the deepest session. They're not getting where they need to be. If you find out that you think you've been doing the work, but it's really not getting you where you need to be, it's time, okay? There are things that need to fall into place. They're happening on a larger scale. So I like to say this, you are all things great and small, okay? Now that's a quote from somewhere in time, from, somewhere along in history, right? But think of yourself this way. You're this magnificent being, and yet you have to attend to small things sometimes. You're not playing small. Your big energy is helping you get small things done. And that also has a ripple effect because you know what that is? You're like moving the protons and the electrons. That's quantum, baby. Okay, so let that keep going. Let us keep moving forward. If those other things don't serve you, like your pendulum, the numbers, seeing a license plate. I mean, I know someone who kept seeing the word CPA, never called an accountant, spent almost a year and a half trying to figure out what it meant, even knowing inside that it meant get a new accountant, get an accountant, get an accountant, get a bookkeeping done, get an accountant, check your stuff. It took a long time, okay? What I'm saying is don't get so caught up in trying to figure out the significance of the message. Pay attention to the actual message and take action, okay? The message here with this is small things, details, take the things off your side burner, prioritize, and get it done. April is going to come along very soon, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, don't dilly-dally with this. No more dilly-dallying with stuff, because you're intended to have some high level of experiences. If you don't know what those feel like, come on and join. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.